EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game.
Now Wilson on first down. And that's complete. Albert Okuebuna. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Let's go! And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 18 carries, 104 yards.
So coming off the opener where they established the run and established it well, their goal is to make sure that the trend continues and to serve notice to the rest of the league that they might be a run-first team.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Quiddy Pay. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 106 yardage-wise, and the score as well.
And give him a ton of credit. He's running the ball really well. But I look at those guys up front. That unit is truly playing as just that. Every move that they make, their teammate understands what that move means and what they need to do. And right now, they're starting to grind it out pretty well. Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. First catch of this game, a big one. Of course, he had the big performance last week when he was AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, but that was so last week, wasn't it? I mean, look at what he's doing now. I think he's trying to exceed what he did in that game and continue to ascend in this season.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the one.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams fighting his way through contact. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. Charles, I don't know what's going on in that defensive team meeting room, but they better keep it rolling. 3 picks last week, 2 here now in the first quarter.
Everyone talks about creating turnovers and getting takeaways, but until it gets put into action, it's just talk. And right now, it's in action and in a big way. Now they've got the receivers wondering if they have to turn around and play more defense instead of running routes trying to take the ball downfield.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Here's Wilson to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Albert O. hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll outbreak from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Play action. It's Herbert. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there for El. Now it's Herbert. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
This is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning them into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Azeez Ojulari gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
This are
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Herbert's throw complete there to Johnson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time. As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, touchdown Chargers! A 5-yard touchdown for the Chargers. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards. I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10". And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Can't stop us, baby.
And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. On 3rd down, Wilson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because their only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
They snap it to Herbert. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field. And he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much.
Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton.
They find some open field here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now Wilson on 1st down. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Wilson will throw again. Touchdown, Broncos! Foster Moreau in the final seconds. The final shot before the break for Herbert. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always.
They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
He gets away from one, and he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there,
touchdown! Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson, 3 touchdown passes now, and the Broncos have retaken the lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And picked up by the Chargers.
It's funny to me because we actually...
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Brandon Jones picking it off. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Here's Wilson. That's complete. Okure-Buna. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. The complete. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Herbert off of play action. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in a big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Play action. It's Herbert. Buying time to his left. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. And that is incomplete here.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. On 1st and 10, Herbert.
That'll be caught. It's Tony.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That's it, baby. We're going to work. I can hear you.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And to give this time to the tailback. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Herbert. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Kadarius Toney.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have once again taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. So they make the decision. On first down, it's Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. And after that play, we've got an injury, and it appears to be to Cortland Sutton. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Williams. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And he will have the Broncos first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Edwards. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team.
And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Herbert on first down now. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And that'll be caught by Tony. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On first down, it's Herbert. Right back to Tony. He's got another one. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup.
Working with a 2nd and 4. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. Herbert going to keep it on the sneak. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So the D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call. But as you noted, if they don't get the push, you can't get in there. There's no place for him to go. And that's why the whole play got stuffed.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 2nd and 7. Again, it's Williams. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that will be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Herbert and the Chargers down by 4, 2:10 on the clock. They're out of timeouts. Now they will have the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. On first down, Justin Herbert. Complete. It's Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Connecting with Johnson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Herbert going to throw.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now Herbert. Here's Tony on the quick slant. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing, Herbert.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Herbert.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Play drive.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now it's the Broncos' turn, trailing by a field goal. 46 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Here's Wilson.
He'll get that complete to Albert O.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Wilson to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Wilson.
Got a man, it's Judy, complete.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he will be out of bounds. So, Brendan, that means we got some free football. We're headed to overtime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws...
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 85 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. They go with the ground game, pick up the 1st, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Right back to him on 1st down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Herbert off of play action. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Well, Charles, it's